We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an stspod.club production. I am BT, and right over there facing us. Oh, you got it going on now, and we can see his beautiful plants and a little bit of everything else. That is my brother from a different mother. He's the one and only Rhino JB. How the hell are you, man?
That's one hell of an introduction right there. That is one hell of an introduction. I am doing great. Oh my gosh, another episode of Memphis Wrestling. BT, the legend, the one and only.
Yes,
Let's do it.
No autographs, no photographs today. This is episode 660, episode 94 of Rollin into Mempho. We had a WTF this past week on Wednesday afternoon, and we also, I forgot to mention last week, we did a tribute to Fleetwood Mac's Christine McVie died and passed away last week. We did a tribute to her. Lance did. He's a huge Fleetwood Mac fan. The record store, commercial free on the main feed there. Guys, go to Patreon. We gave away a bunch of stuff this week. Go to stspod.club. That's the main feed with all the episodes in the right-hand counter, as we say in the South, the counter. Do you know where the counter is, baby? stspod.club, and then look for the link of all links. The top link still up there, Rhino JB YouTube page, and then you can find his Twitch page. You can find a little bit of everything right there. Rhino, every year, we partner with No Kid Hungry to make donations. This year, I thought we'd have a little bit of fun. On the site, if you look at the t-shirt site, the link of all links, as we talked about, there is a t-shirt that says Merry Christmas on it. It was taken about 1988, a picture was. It's me as Santa Claus and one of my best friends of all time. All the profit of that shirt and all the shirts on the site for the month of December go to No Kid Hungry. Please, guys, get on there. And if you just want to send a Cash App or whatever, this is a great, I researched it, and I really like giving money to this charity. So let us know what we can do to help you get money to No Kid Hungry. All right. Actually, you don't even have to buy anything from me. I'll just send you directly to them if that's what you want to do. And if this is the very first time you're listening to this show, shame on you. Shame on you. I had somebody say this week, Rhino, because I put my shoot name. I got my shoot name on Facebook. So my shoot name, I messaged somebody, was talking to them, and they said, "Are you BT from the podcast?" I said, "Hell yeah, I'm BT from the podcast." And so every week, BT from the podcast and JB from the podcast, we do hits, misses, MVP, question of the week. What do you want to look forward to next week and must see? All right, JB, give me your hits.
My hits this week, BT, one hell of an episode that we had here. Buff Bagwell back in Memphis Wrestling. Always good to see him, man. Buff Bagwell was definitely one of the wrestlers growing up I loved watching, enjoyed in the NWO, even before joining the NWO. Just so much charisma, so much personality he brought to that camera. And to bring that to Memphis Wrestling, man, has really, really, really made the angle that they're doing right here, right now, very, very interesting. As BJD joins Team Wrestle Center, replacing Mackenzie Morgan there, who we saw in the program. BT, what's going on around here?
I don't know.
We got to talk to Big Dan.
I know it. We need
we got to talk to Big Dan. Also, we saw an incredible promo video package there from Tim Bosby. He is second to none. BT, I'm telling you right here, right now, I'm telling everyone, I'm a fan. I cannot wait to see where this goes. I'm really interested in seeing where he's going to be with this company next year. If he's not with another company, if he's not with AEW or WWE, doggone him, moving around the world, this guy right here, man, I think he's got everything. I think he's just hitting it at all cylinders, and I hope it keeps going for him. Austin Lane versus Big Jack was a great match right there. This is one interesting matchup. Austin Lane, Big Jack, Mr. Matt Williams. I haven't forgotten, Mr. Matt Williams. This has been a very, very interesting rivalry. It reminds me, at this point in time, it reminds me of Austin Lane and Matt Williams remind me of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Oh. the
Good,
yeah,
good. Yes.
it's been going on for a while. I'm not tired of it. I want to see
No, and we
more.
know we actually also know they're legit friends. They were
Right.
legit friends. We know that, and that part of
Right.
that makes the story so good. Same thing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. There, you hit the nail right on the head on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching that and I was just getting those same exact vibes, and I said, "Man, I really love what they're doing here." You also had Brother Bruce.
Oh
Brother
yeah,
Bruce with one hell of a twist right there. I mean, attacking Big Jack and Matt Williams. Is he joining Austin Lane? Will we see tag team action? I kind of hope that we do, but I'm hoping we see more about that next week. Also, Mike Anthony and the Posse had an amazing video package. Oh, I think that has to go down as the solid best video package from Memphis Wrestling all time, hands down. All Senior Chris. Senior Chris kicked it off. Simon, Mike, they did an amazing job with that promo and the video work, the video package, the quality of it. It was all just simply perfect. It was perfect. We saw Nyx get a huge W over Jennifer Justice. I'm loving that we're seeing more of Jennifer Justice, and I'm loving that we're seeing more of Nyx as well. I think Nyx brings a sort of creative, not just creative, but an intensity, a real threat to the women's division and Memphis Wrestling. Jennifer Justice.
I agree 100% with Jennifer Justice. She was, and we noticed this on the very first shows. These people are not used to doing TV. They come in, and they're kind of nervous. They're kind of apprehensive when they're doing moves. Jennifer looked the best she did. She had some new gear.
Exactly.
She did the best match she's done since she's been there. And being with Martin, there's no way you can go wrong with being a Martin. Under the learning tree is like what we like to say in the wrestling business, and that's what she's doing there. And good match with her and Nyx.
1000% agree with what you're saying there. I completely agree. I think Jennifer Justice and Nyx are going to be great women from Memphis Wrestling. They already are. They put on one hell of a match, in my opinion. And it was good to see them go the distance, that they're not being cut on time. You know, we hear that a lot with the other professional wrestling companies. They're not being cut on time here, man. They're going the distance here. We also had the trios match, Team Wrestling versus Mike Anthony and the Posse in the finals there. Oh my gosh, BT, I'm gonna give you my my spot of the moment in that match, because the entire match was incredible. But my spot of the moment, the big swanton from Ray to the outside. Man, oh my gosh. The entire match was incredible. Shout out to Big John Dalton getting the W, Team Memphis Wrestling, Trios champions. Those are my hits this week.
Man, that was the whole show. Why don't we y'all just go watch the whole show?
I have no misses.
I'm going to kind of comment on everything that you said there. Buff Bagwell's always fun to be around, and you can tell he has a love for Big John Dalton. That's real too. A friendship and a love there. Tim Bosby is a star. He's going to be a heel too, which is it kind of surprised me. Austin Lane against Big Jack. Big Jack, he's showing out, man. He showed out against Mike Anthony. He showed out against Austin Lane. He had brand new gear. I already talked about Jennifer Justice gear. He had brand new gear. He's wrestling a New Japan style. Go back, watch that match, watch the match, and you know who he reminds me of a lot is Michael Elgin. He really does. Big Mike Elgin in the way he works. Take a look at those two guys side by side. I love that promo you talked about. They're going to eat your soul. I was, good God. And then with Brett, Mike Anthony's still thinking about Brett Michaels. I can't believe we've had that feud that long, but we have. Remember, this time last year, we were talking about those two guys. This time last year, that feud keeps going on. The trios was really good, and it was just a typical match. We had to have Dalton get in the heat because he's the babyface everyone wants to see get beat up and make the comeback. From the big slam, I love the big slam he did. Another spot that I liked, I did like the dive, but I loved it when we saw Mike Anthony and Kay Toomer in the ring swapping hits back and forth. I love that stuff. And love the finish too. Dalton pins Anthony. That puts him there too in the title picture. So fantastic way they're doing the stars of tomorrow. I couldn't have done it any better, man. I just couldn't have done it any better. All right, here we doing here. Misses? Any misses?
Zero.
All right, solid show. Here I'm gonna be real picky as I always am. I would have put in a trios match, being 3 teams in the match, I would have made it 3 people in the ring at all times, 1 from each member. That's the only thing I would change about the whole show. There might have been a reason why they didn't do that, but since it was a trios and there was trios team, 3 teams, I would have put 3 people as a 3-way going there in the ring at all times. But other than that, just a real solid wrestling show. If you like wrestling, you like Memphis wrestling, studio wrestling, this is one of the shows that they can put forward and get new fans. All right, man, we're up to MVP. Who is your MVP of the week?
My MVP this week is going to have to be Team Wrestle Center, the entire team. I really thought they had to step up here and represent the Wrestle Center. And I thought they did an incredible job with that. Having Big John Dalton replace Mackenzie Morgan. I've been up there a few times over the past couple of months, and that entire Team Wrestle Center, I thought they were well represented. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. They're my MVPs.
Very, very. I'm going to go with one member of the team, and that's Big John Dalton. We've already given him MVP once. I'm going to give it to him again. Got the pin on Michael Anthony and did exactly what he was supposed to do. I love the big slam. I'm gonna go down there and announce just so I can call it the Bam Bam Slam. I tell you that I'm coming, Dustin. I'm coming. Bam Bam Slam. Love that. Big John Dalton is my MVP. Are you ready, JB, for question of the week? All right, question of the week comes from Posse Fan 314. 314, I think, is Upper Missouri. So we're talking about they're really not in the Memphis area. So their question was, I was upset last week. I did not get to see the Nightmare Posse. Well, you got to see them this week, so I hope you're happy with that. I was happy with their pick of Mike Anthony, but who would you guys put as a new Posse member in full gimmick, the whole thing? They introduce a new member. Who would it be? What do you think, Rhino?
Brass Skimmerhorn.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
Yeah.
Can you see him in that? Can you see him in that gimmick?
He feels the same. He feels the same way that they do. You know, the way that he's been acting lately, the way that he's tired of the foolishness. So is the Posse. They want to take over. They want to win championships. They want to run the show. So does Brad wants to do the same thing. And he's trying to tell Uncle Mikey, hey, look, I'm tired of the foolishness. If you had to add one more person, man, Skimmerhorn.
I'm going to go full gimmick and going way out of the way here. You'll be surprised on this one. Big Swole joins the Posse.
I was thinking the same.
Big Swole. Finally, he just gets tired of Brett Michaels, and he's been carrying the team, and it's time for him to go back to his friends there.
We've been wanting him to be healed for a long time.
By the way, the Posse Fan also asked me if they could ask questions to the Posse, and they put one in there. If I could get in touch with Simon this week, we're going to have him on the show next week, answering the question that they had about for the Posse. So it should be fun. Question of the week, call 501-232-1701. That person also called, but they didn't want to be on the show. I don't know why y'all don't want to be on the show. Come on, man. Nothing wrong with if me and Rhino's going to do this all day. Y'all can actually step in and use a voicemail. But stspodclub@gmail.com. I appreciate it, guys. Y'all keeping it going. We still got 3 or 4 questions in the can, as they say in the business. But if we can get a hold of Simon or Chris or both of them, we'll have that question for the posse next week. That was question of the week. All right, buddy. Question of the week. They're always fun. I love doing that. So what do you look forward to either next week or what's going on in the future? What do you look forward to?
Man, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I want more of the Boz. Give me more Boz. I want to know what Bosby's doing next week. What's in store for the Boz? That's what I want to know.
Hey, there's a lot of things going on. Now,
there's a lot.
This past Sunday, I have no spoilers whatsoever. But I know some of the matches. So I'm just like, I want to see what happened, result of a hair match, result of this match. But then they're teasing again Mike Anthony, Brett Michaels, and that's what I'm so excited about. We're going to have the rematch of the rematches of the rematch. And it'll be interesting. Will Brett finally get the belt back? Is that where we're going to lead to? Are we going to? You never know. These two guys may end up together on the same side. I don't know what they're doing. Also, what do they do with John Dalton? Big John Dalton is the guy that got the pin in that match. He is really young, but we already give one belt to somebody really young, so it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. And also, are we going to get Bruce against Jack? Sign me up, Rhino. Sign me up. These two guys
take me with you.
Big brawlers. They look like they would whoop their mama. That's what they look. They look like they whoop their mama for some money. So I said, sign me up. I want to watch these two guys fight it out. And I may be wrong, but I think they've been in a ring against each other before. So I can't wait to see that. All right, buddy. We're up to must see. What is your must see of the week?
My must see this week is going to have to be that trios match. I'm going to have to say it's pretty much a tie for me, actually. The trios match and Austin Lane versus Big Jack. I thought that these two matches right here really showcase what Memphis wrestling is all about. And everybody did an amazing job playing their part to a T. Matt Williams on the mic was absolutely incredible. Austin Lane, best of the best. Come on, man. We've said it year after year. You know what it is? Just year after year. 2023, I'm going in Austin Lane, best of the best. I'm expecting 5-star matches every time now, given the Dave Meltzer report. But I thought those two matches were must see this week for Memphis wrestling fans or people getting new to it.
5 stars. No, that's Dustin Starr on our show.
Oh, true.
Oh, must see. I'm going right with you. I never do this, but I'm picking two also. Lane versus Big Jack. Watch that complete match. Listen to it. Listen to Matt on commentary. Matt's job when he decides he's done with wrestling is right there with Dustin Starr. Him, Dustin, and Terrence made a good trio. Not always not a huge fan of trios all the time. Like it seems to be normal now for AEW, but they did such a good job. Terrence is doing a good job and having a heel on one side of him, just really good. And also, I'm gonna go with the last 5 minutes of the show. Okay, so we get the heat on Big John Dalton, and then. Now, Austin Lane taught me this on the Best of the Best podcast. He said that's called popcorn spots. So I want you to go back and watch this match. I don't think we really got a hot tag. All of a sudden, everybody's all over the place. Instead of Big John Dalton getting a hot tag, everybody's interfering. Everybody's getting finishers. People jumping off the ropes. One guy kicking another guy in the face. All of a sudden, Bagwell hits. And Big John Dalton gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Fun. Absolutely fun. Good show this week. Good show. That was your must-see, by the way. Your must-see. All right, guys. Y'all know, same bad time, 1 p.m. Central Time every Saturday on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I lost my voice there. Let me try that one more time. And as everyone knows, I love my mama.
Me too.
I'm not editing that out. Yeah.